What is up, everybody? I am Kevin Iole. Thank you for joining me. And boy, am I excited about my next guest. Abdullah Mason is only 20 years old, but hearing people talk about him right now is like in the 1980s when they talked about Mike Tyson. He was knocking everybody out, just destroying people. And this young man is doing the same thing. Abdullah, thanks for joining me. Appreciate you, brother. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
12-0 with 10 knockouts, and you were knocking these guys cold. I mean, my lord, what has this run been like as a pro so far, getting all these early KOs?
It's been good. It's been great. We've been in the gym. Working every KO we have. We're working on the next one for the next fight. You know, um, it's been good though. We seen this coming before we turned pro. And alhamdulillah, we've been just keep moving along and just staying focused as they're coming.
I wonder if the next step for you, you're fighting Ronal Ron, a veteran 26-year-old guy. He's 14-5. He's got 11 KOs, only been stopped once himself. You know, as I'm watching video of you, you see when you hurt somebody, and you hurt almost everybody you fight, they back away and they kind of don't fight back. And I wonder if the next step is when you fight somebody who maybe you hurt them and they fight you back. Is that the next challenge for you to be able to get a guy that, he's hurt, but he's able to fight back against you?
Oh, definitely, definitely. It's plenty of possibilities and anything can happen in the sport of boxing. So we definitely take all of that into mind. When we're inside of the ring. So yeah, anything can happen. So we looking out for that. Even Ronal Ron, he might be that type of opponent. So I just got
Mm-hmm.
to that every time I step inside of the ring.
Yeah, there's no doubt. From your standpoint, like, where do you think you are in your progression? Like, how long until we start seeing you, contend for titles? Like, you think it's a year, 2 years? How far away are you?
Um, I would say I would say possibly sometime next year. Hopefully.
Next.
Um, we just working and we moving along. But when we feel like we're ready, then that's what time it is, and we gonna try to get into that position to to grab those titles and start having those big fights.
The one thing that I have been impressed with is that you're not just a guy that loads up on one punches. I mean, when you're hurting people out of your combinations, right? Your regular boxing, and you go up and down. And I love the fact that you go to the body so much. Is that something that your trainers from an early age work with you on going to the body, or was it an instinctive thing that you always did?
Both, definitely, but definitely, my trainers, my father and my brothers are my trainers. So my father is definitely the one. He sees a lot of things. He makes sure I'm staying tight on a lot of things, and that's one of them. You can't always go for the head. Like for instance, you fight a Mexican, they're known to walk through those shots you throw into the head all the time. So they're not gonna just get out of there. You throw you if you not investing down here, the Mexicans they're gonna keep coming the whole fight.
How much do you feel like your body work has been the difference for you so far? Because it seems like a lot of your stuff, maybe you're punching them to the head to end it, but you're hitting them in the body, and you see the guys bending over. And whenever they bend over like that, jackknife, and you know that somebody can punch pretty hard.
No, for sure. I feel like it plays a big part for sure. It's not something that I've started doing in the professional ranks so much so to where people see that more than we know my finishes and stuff like that. But it definitely plays a big part. It's something that inside of the ring I could definitely see it taking effect.
Abdullah, one of the things I always wonder about young fighters that get a lot of knockouts early is like if they get complacent, right? And Tyson was able to go, he got all those early knockouts like you did, and he was able to become the youngest heavyweight champion. But it seems like a lot of young fighters, they start off fast and they get satisfied with their success, right? How do you prevent that from happening to you where, you fulfill this potential? You have people look at you and say, hey, this kid's going to be a champion someday, but not everybody that they say that about makes it. How do you guarantee yourself to get there?
I say my circle. My father and my brothers they see what I see for myself and more. And they want the best for me. So no matter what I do, they're gonna keep telling me and guiding me to be better inside the ring and outside the ring. But right now, as long as I'm boxing and that I decide to box, they gonna stay on top of me, make sure I stay on top of myself as well. So I say that really isn't too much of a, it's not too much of a hard thing for me. Right now boxing is a lifestyle. So of course I'm getting my recognition, and I'm getting a lot of eyes on me, but that's not the end. You know, I'm I'm in it for myself and the ones around me. As well as the fans. Of course, you want to get in the best performances that you can, but right now, I'm in it. For what I'm in it for, as well. So I can't get complacent at all.
You fought on the Teofimo Lopez card in February at Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas, and I think the biggest reaction that night was when you knocked that guy out. I mean, the crowd went crazy. Like people go, "Oh!" You heard that. Do you hear the crowd like when you're going for a finish and you're into it? Can you hear all the chaos and how excited people are?
Um, Sometimes I say like, okay, like for my first fight, right? I think that's the only fight where I was a little tuned in with the crowd, because stepping into the pros, that was a first time experience, and I had a little nerves jumping here and there, paying attention to this, hearing this person that I know in the crowd or something like that. But that type of stuff throws your focus off if you pay attention to it, and but now, like, more so once I stepped in the ring, anytime I step in the ring, it's kind of like it's an automatic tune out. It's not something I want to hear. You want to just hear your corner. So if you thinking about that, thinking about the crowd, that's something you're gonna catch pieces of that. But I don't hear too much of the crowd. Of course, if they start chanting your name, that's when you start hearing it. You start hearing the chant that, or but I don't really pay too much attention to the crowd.
Let's wrap up on this. You're in at lightweight right now. I'm guessing you're going to be 140, 147 by the time you mature, and or where you're going to be. You look at you're a young guy, but so are a lot of the champions there. Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis, all in their mid-20s, right? So, do you watch those guys and think I might be in there with them someday?
Absolutely. Anybody who's a champion now, or especially around my weight division, it's a possibility that I'll meet up with them, and I don't see them ending their careers anytime soon, and neither do I, see myself ending my career anytime soon. So those are huge matchups in the future, just those champions right now, and like I said, I'm just staying focused through it. So when that time comes, I will be ready, at whatever weight it is. Right now I'm comfortable at lightweight, so I'll be ready for anybody at lightweight.
Top Rank has a lot of unbelievable prospects in their pool on Saturday night. Excuse me. Abdullah Mason is going to be on ESPN with another one of those prospects, Jared Anderson. You want to catch him? He is one of the best young prospects in boxing. Abdullah, appreciate you, brother. Good luck to you.
Thank you for having me on.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.